My fondest and longest memory is, of course, going to be Jyoti Nivas College. I mean, the typical college girl, peer pressure, we did drinking, we did smoking, we did everything.
Sweet.
Oh my God, I'm going to get so much slack for this. I sold that house and I built a business.
Yeah.
Then I sold that business to Mukesh Bhatt.
To build a house.
To buy a house. In Indiranagar, finally.
Yeah. The story about how you met your husband was very interesting, right? Because you had to go through many men.
Oh my God.
Hello, welcome to the show. Thank you for doing this.
My God. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for doing this. Okay, so what is your first memory of Bangalore? You're not born in Bangalore, no? You were born Kundapur.
No, but I've been all over the country thanks to Dad's work.
Yeah.
But Bangalore has been my longest stay. Like, I've stayed not more than 3 years in every city, from Karwar to Kolhapur to Shillong, you know, all of that. And then when I moved to Bangalore, my fondest and longest memory is, of course, going to be Jyoti Nivas College.
Right.
That's where I studied, and it's been like one crazy phase of my life. So yeah, and after that I've been here forever. I think I'm here now for about 25 years.
Okay.
I mean, this is home.
This is home.
Yeah.
You did BCom in JNC, right?
Correct.
That's all I did. What crazy things happened in JNC? Tell.
What do you mean? I mean, the typical college girl, peer pressure, we did drinking, we did smoking, we did everything.
Sweet.
Oh my God, I'm going to get so much slack for this.
This is when late 90s, 2000s, I would imagine, right? What was that place like? Like, were there hangout places in JNC around
Yeah,
JNC?
there was pool parlor.
Okay.
So literally all my friends were bunking class to go and play pool. I wasn't a big fan of pool, and there was the good old Suksagar where we would have filter coffee.
Puram Mall come up by then?
No.
Oh.
No.
And how, and...
God, you're making me feel old now, Jimmy.
Listen, I'm older than that, okay?
I'm glad. Your grey is anyway showing it. That's a different story.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Were you a sports person?
Yeah, a little bit. More dance than sports when I was in JNC.
And where was home for you at that time?
I think Koramangala, no.
You were staying with your folks?
With my parents, yeah, of course. So, wait. I was in Indiranagar, Bangalore, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You did some schooling in Loreto Convent in Shillong.
That's in Shillong. That's what I was saying. Like,
because of your number of... So you kept moving schools as well?
Yeah, kept moving schools every 2-3 years because of my dad's job. He had a transferable job. He was in the bank.
Right.
And then when we came into Bangalore, because of his job, I started Jyoti Nivas, and then he moved again. But because I found college there, I found a job there and everything, I decided to stay on. And then I never moved out. What's
your memory of Kundapur?
Born there, raised there for about 4-5 years of my life, the first 4-5 years of my life. And that's about it. It's the only memory is that my cousins and family and all of that, ancestral home.
Okay.
Our summer holidays were not fancy. Our summer holidays was go back to your village, spend time with your grandparents and cousins,
correct.
Play outdoors, play in the field, in the lakes, and under the mango tree.
In your travel to different cities, which has been your favorite? Like because of the move with your dad?
Yeah, so actually I loved being in most places. I think Shillong was where I actually finished my 10th grade there. And at my prime years, I was in a girls' convent school, which taught me a lot. Also a notorious bunch, and I don't know if people who've gone to convent schools and all girls convent schools know how notorious they can be.
All boys convent school.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what it's like, right? So I had my best experience in Shillong, and I loved that place. My first boyfriend was there. It was kind of cute to be in Shillong, and I really learned so much. And that's been my best travel. After that, of course, Bangalore is home. I'll never go anywhere else. But
you said that your first job happened in 2001, immediately after...
2001, 2002. Yeah, correct. So I think I graduated in March, April, and then October that year, I landed my first job at HSBC.
Banking because of that?
Yeah, maybe. I actually don't know. I tried my hands in at Ford Motors and IBM. I did like short internship for 3 months, and I didn't quite like that role at all, which was all about marketing and stuff. And then when HSBC happened, I really loved the job, like right from the beginning, the people, the work, the culture, everything. And I just stuck there forever. That was pretty much my only job my entire life.
I have a question. I have a very important question about HSBC and your job over there. During that time, you bought a house, correct? How you managed to make money, to buy a house, that too in Indiranagar?
No, that was not in Indiranagar. I bought my home in JP Nagar. No, but you know what? That is, of course, thanks to my father. First of all, we come from a middle-class family,
right.
Okay? I've always seen my dad work extremely hard and save up for the 2 daughters for our dowry, because he always thought that dowry was just the obvious thing, and my mom was not working or anything, so it was really just him doing everything he had to for the girls. He's taught me a lot about, taking calculated risks, saving the right way, and etc. Having said that, it's not like I've saved tons of money, but I have made a lot of good decisions and calculated risks. Now, with that home, he's big on, investing in homes, investing here, investing in gold and that kind of stuff. We got this good property, and then he was like, you're going to be living in this house. We're still here supporting you. So buy this house. I'll help you get the loan, because he's obviously in Vijaya Bank and etc. At a great interest and everything. And I'll also help you a little bit with the down payment.
Okay.
You just do the EMI.
Right.
So basically, which meant like 90% of my salary went into EMI, because our salaries were so small, right? When I started at HSBC, it was like, in 2022, I started at 10,000 rupees. And then it kept getting better because I also worked harder and went up the ladder. But most of my salary just went in paying the EMI. Good thing was I didn't have to pay for food and everything.
You were staying with your folks?
Yeah, exactly. So that support was there. So that initial whatever payment, my dad helped me and I paid him back. I paid my EMI. But the beauty is, I bought that home when I was 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24, 25.
That's mad.
Yeah, and then when I sold that 5 years later to build my first business, the Tribe Fitness Club. And I got a great deal for it. And that was the money I used. I sold that house and I built a business.
Yeah.
Then I sold that business to Mukesh Bansal.
To build a house.
To buy a house. In Indiranagar, finally.
Yeah, in Indiranagar.
Yeah.
What, after you left HSBC is when the fitness started happening, right?
Yeah.
Your fitness journey.
My journey into this fitness and health
scene started.
Yeah, all of that started. It was a happy accident, and then I got sucked into it because I really loved what I could do for people. When people turned back and said, you know what, this makes me feel good. I feel great in my body. I feel, good with what I'm doing, whether it was dance fitness or Zumba or strength. It all happened one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, by then, I also, when I started my role in fitness, my career in fitness, I was also married. So I had that financial support system.
Right.
So it wasn't like I had to, fully change my financial structure to accommodate this new career. I don't know if I didn't have that support, I would have been able to do, because my parents wouldn't have supported it at that point.
Right.
Today they love it and respect it a lot. But at that point, for me to give up my banking career and start this, I don't think they would be so happy.
Right.
And financially, I wouldn't have had that support. But my husband was okay with me not making any money for a little while and just trying to build this business.
The story about how you met your husband also was very interesting, right? Because you had to go through many men. Right?
Oh my God!
What I mean is, you had to meet many people because your parents wanted you to meet them.
and those meetings are just like this. We're discussing over coffee. Go through many men. It feels horrible. It's okay. You can say that.
What was that like, because I know I've heard many stories from my wife about the number of people she's had to meet because her parents would set up meetings and you'd go and you'd have to meet and then you have to come back and say no to your dad.
That's the worst part.
What were the kind of people you were meeting?
See, I met some really good people and I met some Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, there are nice people, but it just
Didn't work for you.
Yeah, you can't connect. But you know, the sad part is not, the meeting is okay because you're meeting them over a cup of coffee, or the groom or the boy and the family come home. It's a typical Indian family setup, right? It's nothing different from what most women go through. Maybe not anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah, people still do actually. So I think what got uncomfortable was the part where you had to say no after meeting.
Yeah. Because it
Right?
why?
Because, yeah, see, I was happy when the men said no. Because most often, most people I met, my answer was always no. Somehow, you know, and then it was very hard when you had to say the no, and then the parents had to carry that message to the groom's side, because they're like, oh, he's doing so well and he's earning so much money and he's doing this, and why? You know, that part was the worst. And then it gets even worse when the family comes home and you have to sit down and talk, and then they tell you, yeah, you both can like go and
Go to the room and talk.
Like,
get to know each other.
Now when I think of it, I'm like, how did I do this? And I can't even imagine putting my child through all that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It is what it is. It was a phase. It's over. But that drama went on for a few years until literally my friends set this up for me and Vivek.
Okay.
You know. And then my parents are like, you said that you want to marry a bunt boy, a Mangalorean bunt boy. And we have gone through so many proposals, and now you come and tell us you want to marry a Malayali. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, long story short, it finally worked. And then when my sister married a Malayali, no one said a word.
Because you already set the
okay.
ground before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are the places in Bangalore you'd go to meet these boys?
It could be a Indiranagar club or a Koramangala club, because clubs...
Oh, mostly club
Yeah, like,
spaces.
because your members and stuff like that, like
So
otherwise your
fancy.
family's members, or it's at home. You remember this one occasion I went to, what's that Utsav, is it above Rex Theatre? Or next to Rex Theatre? Not Rex, which is that theatre on MG Road? That very, very...
Shankarnag Chitra Mandira, then Blue
So there is one cafe right there, okay? That's my most memorable one. Yeah, I've seen some stupid stuff, unpleasant, annoying, but yeah. I mean, I've not spoken about these things anywhere, I guess, so far, but
Yay!
they're cute.
Thank you.
Now that I'm jogging down memory lane, I'm like,
yeah.
wow, I've gone through a lot of crap.
Many women have.
And it's worse. I mean, at least I had the support of my family throughout, through and through. So it's okay.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Yeah.
Wait, your name is just Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Or there's something else
just
to
Jimmy.
this?
Jimmy Zaid.
Or this is because of radio and all, you want to be cool?
There's a story about my name also. So, right, my name originally was Albert.
See?
Okay.
I didn't.
And apparently my grandmother in Kerala couldn't pronounce it.
Oh, so cute.
Albert, she didn't know. And that time Jimmy Carter, president in the US, was popular.
Oh.
So that's how they named me Jimmy.
Interesting.
Yeah. But otherwise I'm an Albert. So the fitness for you started with what?
Zumba.
No. Before that you were some operations manager in some fitness place in residency.
Zella.
That's
Zella
right.
Health Clubs.
Right, yeah.
I was, working as a general manager for Zella Health Clubs.
And that's when Zumba happened as well, right?
Because this lady who came down from, I think, Miami, she said she wanted to conduct the first workshop that's happening in India, in Bangalore at Zella. So then that's how I got introduced to it, and it was something to do with dance. And then when she did her first certification, she's like, I'd like to give this club a complimentary certification. And then the club said, you dance, so you go for this.
Right.
So that's how it all started. It was just one happy accident.
And after that, they asked you to start doing some classes.
Yeah. They said, now that you've done it, do some classes. But I didn't end up really teaching because I quit. It was just really stressful working there. And then by the end of those 7-8 months, I was also getting married. So then I just quit and said, let me take a break.
Right.
That's how it all happened. And then post the wedding, 3-4 months. And I said, let me give this a shot. And my husband's like, yeah, you should just try.
Yeah. I've heard that you are that person who will call people and say, why you've not come for class?
How you know all these things? You were not even my student, like remotely.
Yes, but it's true, right?
It is true, and it still holds good. Even after 15 years,
You still call up people and
I
say why you've
still
not come.
question people, and you won't believe this, but now people are so used to, especially my current members, most of them, if they don't come, and if there's someone who comes consistently and I know them well, I'll notice their absence and all, they'll message me before I can message them, hey, I'm not coming tomorrow because of A, B, C, D. It's not something I ever did because, I had to do it. It was a part of the role or nothing. It's just my natural instinct that if you paid me money, you need to get full worth of whatever that service is. I used to not only call or message people, but I would pick people up on the way. I would wake people up in the morning. So it all just came naturally to me. And when you're just a freelance coach and you've hired a place, you have like 20 students who come to you every month. You know your 20 students by name, you have their numbers, they love your classes, and why not be consistent? So you just push them out of their comfort zone, wake them up in the morning, pick them up, call them, hound them, give them grief for not coming. And they love it.
Yeah, full respect.
They love it.
I mean, just that extra mile that you went personally.
And that's why my students who I had in 2011 continue to be my students in 2025. I still have people who used to come there. They're now like mothers, and I've done their prenatal training, I'm doing their postnatal training. They're just still my students, and that's the precise reason, because you genuinely care for them.
Right.
And that should be every coach's job.
That should be every coach's job.
Yeah, not to call, but to care enough. Like you are a great coach because you give them a great program, not necessarily. Yes, you can give them a great workout program, but if you can go that extra mile and care a bit more about their consistency, about how they show up, trust me, nobody will be demotivated. People will show up. Right now, all our coaches also, like the coaches I work with and who are at Third Space, we all speak the same language. We all, care for each of our members just the same way.
Is this something that you've inculcated in them, or is this something that they've picked up because of it?
They've picked up watching.
Right.
And I think that's enough. These are things you can't just teach, because you can say that, hey, this is how you can care for them. But a skill can be taught, but certain behaviors cannot be taught. You have to just grasp it, and you need to understand the importance of it.
How did the name Tribe come about?
That was really just the three of us who started out Tribe. It was us just, shortlisting like 1 million names and then coming down to 3, and then everyone loving the tribe, because that's what we wanted to create, a community.
A community, right.
That was it. Of course, Cult was Cult. It was already there, existing, and we got acquired, and then I became a part of
This
Cult.
was how many years later after Tribe started?
3 years.
3 years. This was about 2014, 11, 2000?
Yeah. 14, 15, 16 is where I was doing Tribe.
At that time, was this, because I tell you, when I grew up, right, we didn't have gyms, we didn't have a gym culture.
Yeah.
We only played outside.
And I did that too, a lot of lagori.
Yeah. Playing cricket on the streets of Bangalore.
Yes.
Playing football, frisbee on the streets. That was our fitness, right? The move around 2014, the time when you started Tribe, was there already you seeing like a shift in Bangalore moving towards gyms?
Yes. And I think also because we started out, when I was a freelance coach, I used to train in multiple places, right? I was training at a small studio in Indiranagar, I was training in Whitefield, I was training in Koramangala, I was training in JP Nagar.
And how were you traveling through these places?
I had my car.
Okay.
So I used to time my classes accordingly, like I'll finish in Indiranagar, drive to Whitefield, finish in Whitefield, evening Koramangala. So I did a lot of jugaad and hard work and I think that's what also brought me to, where I am today, because I went to different areas of Bangalore. I didn't stick to one. But then when we started out, we started in Indiranagar. So I think Indiranagar had that audience. My start into my fitness career was through Zumba, right? Dance fitness, really.
Right.
And it was just so much fun when you have a very structured dance fitness format that can make anyone with even 2 left feet move, that can make you happy, that can make you sweat, that can make you lose weight, there's literally nobody who would say no to, moving in that way for fitness. So that's another reason why it became such a big deal.
Okay. Were you like scared at any point? You sold your house to start this. It's a large decision. And yes, you have the support of your support of
family,
Vic and all of
yeah.
But that decision to sell the house that you put together with so much hard work to put it into a business.
Yeah.
Were you scared at any point?
I was. I mean, I'd be lying if I say I wasn't. But what is the point of being educated and being capable of working, making that money, paying back if you have to lose, right? It's a risk you have to take.
Yeah.
And if there is a dream, if there is a passion, if you know you're good at something, and if you don't give it 100% shot, it's like, if not now, then when?
Right.
I was already quite late in life. I started at 33, 34, 31 actually. But I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do this at 40. Or maybe I would, but it would be very different, which is why the third space, which, again, we'll talk about that later. I was scared, but I'm like, if I'm not capable of taking this risk now, I will never be able to do it. And I'm still fairly young. I have the support. You figured the money, then why not?
I'll tell you where I'm coming from. Middle class, salaried jobs, father banker, mother teacher. I've grown up saying that I'll work for someone, they'll give me money.
Correct.
Right?
And it's great. I had that for 7 years.
To take that leap and say, I want to start something by myself, for someone like us who's grown up in the late 90s and this thing, that's a huge leap.
It's huge. But
where did you get the
confidence? See, one is, of course, I had a business partner. B, our loan that we got was collateral free, okay, which is a big win, and that's the calculated risk I was talking about. But I also knew that even if I lose all the money that I have put in, right, I will go back to corporate, work, make that money.
Okay.
I mean, I have it in me to go back to corporate and make that money back, right? Like, I know somebody will give me a job for sure. So I had thought of all scenarios.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm not going to be disappointed if I don't make it. I'll at least know, or I'll go back to being a freelance coach again, and
right.
Just move away from being an entrepreneur, running a fitness center and stuff like that. But there'll be ways. I mean, I would have just lost that home and lost some money along with that home. But no, trust me. What is the point of not being able to take the risk? It is going to be stressful, but everything is stressful. Even working at a corporate job can be stressful.
Right.
Right? You have to choose your stress.
You have to choose the stress wisely.
Yeah. Like, choose what you want. I was okay with that. I was like, right now I don't have kids or anything that I have to worry about. Oh my God, education. I have to worry about myself. I have to worry about my husband. He has a job. I'll just figure out another job.
Okay.
But if I don't do it now, I will not be able to do it again. And I had a great business partner, my ex-business partner, and we were a good team. So I'm like, it can't get better than this. And I already had a foundation set in Indiranagar and a couple of other areas. So I was like, I have to try this out.
So when you started Tribe Fitness, did you already have clientele?
Yes. That's the other thing, right? So you have to also be very confident about what you're doing and have your groundwork really strong. So even before we had started, we had already, I had one long questionnaire. I'd printed it out. I'd walk in the supermarkets of Indiranagar. As people would shop and stuff, I would walk behind them and say, I'll ask 10 questions, please give me answers. And nobody never says no to a woman. So you just take advantage. So that way I'd built one full database. People who had given me answers on what sort of workout they would like, how often they would come, what are they willing to pay and stuff like that. So we had a lot of groundwork done. We went around on bikes looking for spaces because we didn't want to hire a broker or anything, right? Then we would see to let and we would call. And you know what's very interesting also, when we took up that first place on rent, which was Tribe, which is still Tribe actually, that landlord, very interesting because he never gives out his space to just anyone and everyone. He's very, very particular because he's like, I'll keep it vacant for 2 years. I have no problem, but I won't just give it to someone. And here we are, like my partner and I going and, sitting with this man and talking to him and telling him about our dream. And he knows we come from no business background. And he trusted us with that place. I don't know how. And we were in 2011, I was paying 4 lakh rent.
What?
Yeah, today...
4 lakhs per month?
Yes, today I would be like, what was wrong with you, woman? Like, now I'm not. With my third space, I was very smart because I've learned from my mistakes, right?
4 lakhs per month?
Yeah, this was in 2014, sorry. 2011
That's
was
insane.
Yeah, because we ended up like, it's like...
And you were able to make a profit?
Yes. Which is also why we got acquired, right? We opened our second center the next year, then the third center the year after, and then we got acquired by Mukesh Bansal. But the kind of work that has gone into it, Jimmy, I can't tell you. Okay, I used to just live, breathe the Tribe, but I enjoyed every bit of it, every moment of it, and I didn't want it to be acquired, but it got acquired, and I'm happy that I also made that decision because it taught me so much more, just being around a large organization like Cult.fit and spreading our wings across the country. That taught me so much more. But it's some big risks I've taken without having anything. I'm like, now when I think, I'm like, oh my God, imagine how that man trusted us, giving us, his space at a rent of 4 lakhs, knowing that we don't have any background with... Later on, I knew, right? Because the other floors in in the same building were not taken on rent for years.
Yeah, it requires a certain amount of guts to say ki 4 lakhs I will take.
It did. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, we've taken some big risks, but not like...
You've not been reckless.
Yeah, you can say that. We've not been reckless. And I think I had this confidence because even before the doors of the gym opened, I had like 108 members who had already given me their checks.
That 108 number is such a great number, right? Even from Hindu mythology.
Yeah, I believe so much in that. Like for me, there was those 3s and 6s and 9s and all work. It's in my favor. Like my daughter was born in 3rd. Yeah, so 3 is just like my number. Like multiples of all that. Anyway.
My daughter was born on the 15th. Of June, and she was born at 4:02, so it's actually 666, the number of the beast.
Nice, very nice. How old is she?
She's 12.
Okay, tell her this, she'll be okay.
Yeah. Oh. How old is your daughter now?
5. She's 5. I had her very late, because I started my business at 31, 32, and then 34 is when Tribe happened, and then 36, 37 is when the acquisition happened. So I got so carried away with such good work and money and everything flowing in that you don't feel like taking a break to have a family. Yeah, like babies and stuff. Although that's always been on my mind. I never thought I needed to do it now. Now I didn't realize because I felt young and I had so much energy. I didn't feel like, oh, my biological clock is actually ticking. Yeah. Never once felt that. Just because, I think sometimes when you're like fit and healthy and stuff like that, you don't pay much attention to the fact that there's also a biological clock. You're looking everything from how you feel, how you look, which is important.
Yeah.
But it's not easy when you have a child at 40. And then I had. But touch wood. God's been kind.
God, you've really worked on yourself. I mean, it didn't come, just didn't happen. It just isn't God said blessing. You did the work.
Well, I'm a big God person.
Oh, you are a big God person. Okay. So you do the temple visits and all. Do you do that regularly?
It's not about temple visits. Yes, I go to temple when I want to or have to and all of those things. But I'm one of those people who will, like when I walk out of the house in the morning, I have to look at the face of my Ganesha who's right in front, Before I go to bed, I would do that. So those are the simple ways of, how I believe.
And Ganesha is your person?
Yeah, like when I feel the need to chant Gayatri Mantra, I do it in my head. even at certain moments which are very critical, and I'm like so unsure what's going to happen, like during my delivery. There are certain, so that's my way. My belief is not about, I have to go to the temple on this day, I have to fast on this day, I have to celebrate this puja. No, those are all there and I'll be a part of it. But my belief is very personal to me. Like I said, it'll be more about.
So did you stop at 108? Saying that this is the number?
No.
Or you,
at that point, honestly, it just happened that
no.
Why would
No.
Yes.
You stopped at 108.
No.
You said no to the 109. You said no. I will open
At that point, I wasn't so.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't
so religiously aware.
Yeah. So I had, and we didn't have UPI then. No, either people would come and give checks. I'm talking about 2013, 2014,
or cash.
2013 actually. End of 20, checks and credit cards. So it was fun.
Your acquisition and then the growth that happened, how did you deal with that? Like, how did you make sense of that? Because you started like tribe, like a small community, and then I think a large part of your of the way you handled it was saying, this is my community, I'll care for you, I'll look after you.
Yeah, that was
and
a bit hard when the acquisition.
How did this and this align?
Yeah, no, it was hard. When the acquisition happened, I got a lot of slack from all my members who were a part of the tribe community. Yeah, they were unhappy about the fact that,
that you sold.
I gave in. Yeah.
So it's, you transcended the business in the way that you looked at it, right? It wasn't a business anymore. This was now a community of people that would become part of the tribe. And therefore it kind of makes sense that they were upset when you...
Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm not taking that away from anybody. I'm not upset or angry about it. In fact, a lot of the members who were upset are now a part of my third space as well.
Okay.
And one of the first things they ask me before they sign is like, are you going to sell it again? I'm like, no, not in this life.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, I said, not in this life. This is like now for me, a retirement plan. I'm not going to sell this business. This is for me to be here with you every single day and stuff like that. But
so how did you make sense of that?
Everyone then turns around and tells you, it's your business. You decide what you want to do. You have said sorry wherever you could. They can continue working out here, just that they may not see you anymore. But you can't make everybody happy. And I've always been somebody who wants to make everyone happy, but it takes some time for you to also learn that it's not possible. So you just allow it to be. And people who wanted to stay, stayed. People who had to leave, find themselves something else left. So that was that. And then you realize over a period of time that all this happened, but what came out of it was something so much more larger. See, when we got to, I was one center in Indiranagar, became 2 center in Whitefield, became 3rd center inside the LinkedIn office in Bellandur or whatever. Then we're talking about 500 centers across the country.
Yeah.
Now, if I had said no to that acquisition because I didn't want to disappoint a community, which I built, I would then not be able to touch the lives of lakhs and lakhs of people around the country.
Right.
It's not just about money, but it's also about the kind of work you're doing. And I'm happy today that I made that decision, because now I know that, I have people around the country that are actually so happy and thankful for us having created this cult everywhere, where fitness is just made available, accessible, affordable. I wouldn't have been a part of this storytelling if I hadn't made that decision. So you live and learn.
Okay, now you're only allowed one word. I'm going to throw things at you, and you can only say what your relationship with that is in one word.
I'll try.
Okay, good luck. Wellness.
Life.
Drama.
Sometimes.
Parents.
Love.
Your employees.
Support.
Clients.
One word is not possible.
2 words. 2 words.
Love them.
Love them. Okay. Tribe.
Community.
Cult.
Growth.
3rd space.
Soul.
Money.
Need.
Bangalore.
Home.
What is your relationship with sugar?
I love it. I think I work out so hard
So
to
unexpected.
eat.
Yeah?
I don't know. I work out really hard to be able to eat everything I want to eat,
Oh,
because I
great.
love food. I have a very good relationship with food, in the sense I really eat right and clean and try to cover every aspect of food in terms of what we need.
Right.
But I eat sweets every day.
Okay.
Like there's some form of sugar that goes in, not my coffee tea, that is there.
That is Atakuntu Lekkakilla.
Yeah, but like it'll be a chocolate, it'll be some Indian sweet, it'll be something, but it's there every single day of my life.
It is so refreshing to hear that.
I'm a foodie. I love food. I don't overeat. You know what I mean? Like I can do everything in moderation. Like I can eat a cake over 3 days, not a full cake. Like a slice of cake, I can split it in 2 to 3 days. That's how I am in terms of moderation and control. But Monday to Friday, I'm very nice and clean. Saturday, Sunday, I really binge.
Actually, I used to be like that. But
you can be like that if you work out. Do you work out?
I used to regularly. I used to cycle a lot. But in the last so I joined Cult last April for the first time. I joined a proper gym, because otherwise I used to cycle and that's how I used to be fit. Then I sustained an injury in June.
Okay.
And then I said, injury, now I'll wait for the injury to heal. And then later I was like, why did the injury have to heal? You could still do your cardio. You could do all of those things. And then I just let slip. And now I'm the most unfit I've ever been in my life.
We need to change that now, no?
So sweet. You said we need to change that.
I mean, I can help you remotely change it.
It's so difficult to get back after a break. Yeah? Why?
I agree. Because your body is now like, Like I tell people about hooks, okay? Like everyone by default will have a shower in the morning. Correct, Jimmy?
No.
See, I knew Jimmy's answer was going to be no, which is why I started by everyone.
Most people.
Do you have a shower every day?
No.
Okay, then I can't give you the hook.
You have only one hook? What? What are you saying?
Do you eat every day?
Yes, I eat every day.
How many meals?
Between 2 to 3.
Which is your most favorite meal?
Breakfast.
Okay. So before even sitting down for breakfast, now don't say I'll stand and eat and all that shit, okay? Before you even
How well you know me.
Before you even sit down to eat your breakfast, okay? Do 10 burpees every day.
10 burpees. That's doable.
Okay? Or you do like
Now you're going to increase it slowly, right?
No, or 15 squats, or just do 30 seconds plank hold. You do some activity
to earn the breakfast.
No, not to earn. That's a hook.
Okay.
Before your breakfast, because that's your favorite meal of the day.
Then what will happen?
Just do it every single day for the rest of your life. At one point, you will say, I can do more than this.
So cute. Their eyes are all just like went like.
Yeah, because now you're like really. If you want, I can be your accountability coach.
Oh.
I can message every day. Tell me your breakfast time. And like, did you?
So sweet. I used to be that for a lot of people.
See, there
I
you
used
go.
to like.
But what? You're not fitness coach for sure.
Not fitness.
Then what?
So there'd be people who say, I can't do. I said, I'll call you. And I used to because I used to wake up really early in the morning for my job, I'd call them. I'd put alarm, I'd call them at 6 o'clock.
Wake up.
Not wake up, go. They'd be up, go. Did that for a few people as well.
Like a lot of the men, like we have a lot of couples that come. So some of the men say that my wife is the reason I show up every day, because she wants to come.
Yeah.
And women are just like that. No, when we commit, we just like commit. We'll just come every day.
How you said about women like that? Huh?
Because I see it in fitness. I don't know what otherwise. I see it. And between my husband and me also, like I will show up every single day, but it's very easy. He is a fitness freak, but it's very easy for him to say,
He's damn fit, man.
I think I'll sleep in this morning. Oh, I don't think I slept enough. I'll sleep in because my watch is telling me that I haven't slept enough. I'm like, sometimes just listen to your body. Doesn't always have to be the watch.
You started a podcast also, right? With On Health?
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Health Edit.
The Health Edit, right. I was watching an episode of The Health Edit where you were talking about women doing strength training, right?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing more women do strength training now. How early because guys are obviously doing a lot more, but how early should they start and why is it important?
You can start as early as 20.
Okay.
You can even do before that, like, for example, my daughter's 5. Now, she holds some baby dumbbells and this and that, and she does pushing, pulling, pull up, and those kind of things. When you're much younger, you're training for fun. The focus should be primarily play a sport.
Yeah.
Okay? But you don't have to do very, very, very heavy weights and stuff like that unless, you're training for Olympic weightlifting. Like there are kids who are at age 8 and 10 training for weightlifting and they're doing heavy weights. Nothing's wrong, right? But then you don't necessarily need to.
Right.
After like 13, 14, 15, you can start training seriously if you want to. And anytime after 20 is a fantastic age to pick up weight training, right? But that is 20 to 30 also is an age where you're experimenting. Your body type could be an endurance athlete's body type. Your body type could be that of heavy lifting. We all have different body types. Like mine, when I did my DNA test, says I'm an endurance athlete more. Okay. Although I love lifting heavy weights and I'm capable, but my body is more inclined to doing more endurance activities. And if I focus on that more, I will be good at it.
Okay.
Right? So 20 to 30 should be an experimental phase. Do everything, try, but you can start weight training, strength training as early as that. Okay? Formative years. After 30, you will start the decline of muscle. So you should, for sure, add strength training by then.
And this is for all humans?
All humans, yeah. Women will just, because of a hormone dip later on as we age, just see it faster.
Right.
Happening to us more rapidly.
That is the muscle degeneration.
Yes. Will happen to all humans, men, women, everybody. Just that the way our hormones function and this whole menopause phase that we go through by default, we will see a more rapid degeneration of muscle and bone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So which is why the sooner we incorporate strength training, the easier our menopause journey can be.
Okay.
Which is after 40. And then it's even worse after like menopause, post-menopause, there higher chances of heart diseases, osteoporosis, all of these. It is the way of life. Okay, how we age can really be controlled by us. Okay, have you watched that show Live to 100?
No.
I think it's on Netflix, okay? It talks about all the blue zones in the country where people have lived beyond 100.
Yeah, I know Japan is one of them, right?
Exactly. Okinawa, they show, I think, yeah. Italy, Japan, a bunch of different places. But it's beautiful how they are showing why this particular country, this city, they're living beyond 100. So it's not like across, right? Like in Japan, they're talking about one is community, the other one is gardening. How they're so enthused about gardening and they're always squatting, getting up, squatting, getting up. Because when you're gardening, you're squatting.
Correct.
And you're deep squatting, which is excellent for you. For your ankle joint, knee joint, hip joint, your back, your posterior chain, your core. It's a full-blown workout, Malasana, right? Then in some other part, I'm forgetting, I don't know if it's Italy or where, I'm forgetting, sorry. They're only talking about how they're all walking uphill everywhere because the roads are like that.
Oh.
Everyone's doing uphills, right? And they talk about community, how just community, everyone's spending every evening having tea together as a family or the neighbors coming together, that is contributing to longevity. So there are different cultures have different ways. Now the problem here is that we are all people who do our own household chores. At least I've seen how my mom my aunts and everyone, back home in Kundapur live, right? But at certain point when you stop and when you outsource all your physical work to the labor, right, that you have access to, and in India we have very easy access to labor. So you're pretty much doing nothing except sitting and working, or you're sitting on the couch, or you're sitting on the dining table, or whatever it is. So our strength has just rapidly deteriorated. Secondly, our food in India is carb dominant, right?
Yeah.
And it's okay, maybe our bodies are able to digest more carbs, but we don't have enough protein.
Yeah.
Right?
We're
So
a
that
protein
also
deficient
causes
country.
Yeah, so that also causes muscle, bone loss over a period of time. So there are multiple reasons why it's happening to us.
Right.
Right? We're also a vitamin D deficient country because we never go out in the sun, or we don't absorb vitamin D well enough, right? So that also causes problems with bone.
Yeah. Are you still part of the Cure.fit cult?
Yes, I am.
space?
I am in a small way. Like I'm not there all the time in the office or doing aggressive stuff, but I'm still a part of Cult, and they have been extremely nice with me to allow me to go and do this, my third space, because somewhere post-COVID and after Yona was born, I felt like I don't think I can go back to doing the corporate stuff again, because that's what we were doing at Cure.fit, right? A lot of strategizing in the back end and stuff. And my mind and body just wouldn't take me back to sitting on a chair in front of the laptop. I felt like I need to do what I did in 2011 and 2012 and 13 and 14 and 15. So I requested them. They were amazing, and they allowed me to go ahead, and they even helped me out. And my knowledge and my approach has evolved over the last 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not the same cardio bunny I used to be that, in 2011, I'm not that anymore. And now at 45, I look at fitness very differently than the way I looked at it when I was 35. And I want to be able to do that same thing for a lot of women. I want to translate what it has done for me for other women and men, of course. But I feel like women just go through so much after 40s. And I'm like, and of course, even with postpartum, pregnancy, the road to conception, these are all areas which not everyone really talks a lot about or is there to help. So I said, I want to be that space. I want to be a space which makes fitness non-intimidating for women. And I have been fully successful because 75 to 80% of the people who walk into third space are women.
Okay. The idea of my third space, what is my third space?
Starbucks also has the same philosophy. Your first space is your house, your second space is your work, and your third space is a space where you don't think of first or second. You're not thinking about your house or your family. You're not thinking about your colleagues or your work. You are doing you.
For yourself.
Yeah. Okay. For your mind, for your body. It's a community where you just come, you let go, you focus on, everything to do about you. And that's what we've done really. I mean, it's people don't leave after their workout. People most often just sit around, have their coffee, chit-chat, or walk out to another place for coffee. Everyone needs a third space. It can be anything. For you, you love massages. Maybe that's your third space.
Yeah, we can't go every day. It's too expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my point. You have to find your, it could be that, I see, we do a lot of these coffee mornings. We go out to grab a filter coffee at some place. And during tribe days, it was all the time. So it was MTR. And we see, how these 60, 65, 70-year-old, a lot of the men who just come and sit outside, get their coffee at 7 in the morning and just chat away their life problems or about their kids and where each one's life is going and laugh. And it's so cute. That is their third space. Right? Just to sit and do what you don't do or wouldn't do at home and at work.
I have a segment called the Bangalore Dabba. Okay? Now, there are multiple items in this that are relevant to Bangalore in some form or the other. You have to pick a number between 1 to 20. You can't take 1, 7, 8 and 15. They've already been taken.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
You know what I'll take?
3, 6, 9. Which one?
3.
3. Okay. It is the tabebuya flower. The pink flowers that you see in Bangalore. The ones that bloom in February. in Bangalore.
Yeah. All over.
Oh yeah, there's this pink flowers. They call the Tabby Booyah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know the name.
So tell me a story about. Tell me something that connects you to a Tabby Booyah, a flower, or anything of the sort.
My journey every morning from Indiranagar to the Cult.fit office.
That was in HSR layout.
Yeah, so when I crossed Ring Road, that's all I saw.
Oh yes, the inner ring road.
Inner Ring Road. It was just lit with these
Tabby
Booyah flowers. Yeah. So beautiful. Like I still have so many photos of, like, you know, you're stuck in jams, right? On that inner Ring Road.
Yes.
All I would do is take photographs from different angles. That's literally my only memory of
these flowers.
Yeah, because I spent every day almost 45 minutes to an hour driving, and that was pretty much the only time you saw these flowers, and I did it for like 7-8 years.
Yeah. Okay, so for you've been in Bangalore now for how many years?
25.
25 years.
Yeah.
For you, what are the 5 wonders of Bangalore?
I think this happened after I started my running journey a few years ago. Okay. Like I've suddenly enjoyed going past Vidhan Sauda.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow, so beautiful. I don't know if it's that morning run where there's no traffic and you're looking at it in, you know, like it's like literally just there.
Yeah, it's the morning.
Magnificent. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that for me stands out.
One.
Yeah. Lal Bagh and Cubbon Park. I think more Lal Bagh.
Okay.
I've run in both places. I just feel like both are beautiful, but Lal Bagh is like even more beautiful.
Right.
You know, there's one where we run, there's this one path. It's like the trees have just covered like that. So all these little yellow flowers are all on the street, covering the street. And you're running past that. Just stands out for me. Lal Bagh. ISKCON Temple, because I have actually gone for quite a few weddings there.
Okay.
And I think it's stunning. Not many people, I mean, necessarily have to go to a temple, right? But it's something that stands out in Bangalore for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has heard or knows about the Turali forest.
Yes. Yes. There was also...
Again, because of running.
Because of running, yeah, okay.
Nobody would really go there otherwise. But for me, that's beautiful. All my tribe years were in MTR every single day.
Nice.
I think my husband and I love MTR coffee. It's one of our favorites. So there's some connection to MTR, yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Which are your favorite beer places to drink in Bangalore? Top 5.
Vivek, my husband, says that Toit should dedicate... They've built one floor because of us. So, you know, you can imagine.
So Toit is definitely there. Then
we literally haven't gone anywhere else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like our weird hangout used to always be either at the house or at Toit. But then now that we've grown older, we've stopped all that. That phase is over. We don't, like, we do enjoy our social drinking and stuff, but we don't do it as aggressively as we used to. Yeah, imagine for my husband to tell everyone that that new floor that Toit has built, they owe it to us. That's how much we've spent there. So
you were part of some Guinness World Record and all, no?
Yeah.
What? Most number of fitness people wearing capes.
So we had most number of people under one roof dancing or doing dance fitness with capes on.
What was the capes angle?
Yeah, so I know. Sounds so bizarre. I don't know how I'm explaining this. But so it was an event that was done by Tetley. Okay, Tetley tea.
Okay.
And then we had these capes that everybody wore. Okay, this long green thing at the back. It was cute. And everybody wore it for like X number of minutes. And we had a full-blown show, like a dance fitness show. But that last few minutes, we wore it and we, again, did a certain, choreographed thing, which got recorded and became, we were like, I think, 1,500 or 1,600 people doing. It was in Bombay. It was at, Yeah, so...
Guinness Book of World Record holder, Shwetambari Shetty in the house.
This is so random. I don't talk about this to anyone. You also don't.
Do you have anything to ask me apart from do you work out, Jimmy, and when you're going to work out?
Tough questions like what? You anyway just evade all the questions.
Yeah, I answered it.
Very easily.
I answered like...
Just making a joke out of it, which is your job. See, why did you quit?
What?
Your job.
They asked me to leave. I was too expensive for them. They couldn't afford me anymore. So they asked me to leave. So I left.
Feels good? Do you miss it?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes I miss it. I'm like, man, I wish I could be on air. But I'm enjoying the gigs I'm doing right now.
What did you do after you left? Like immediately, the next 2-3 months?
I actually, very interestingly, as soon as I left, and I said this even on a reel recently, that it was almost like the universe was waiting for me to quit. Because as soon as I quit, there were 6 things that came my way. Like people calling, they had no clue that I had left. And they're saying, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? I was like, yes, of course I can do it. And it was almost like even this particular podcast, I reached out to Ishwar, who's the producer. And I said, because I know he does voice, and I said, hey, I do voiceovers. He said, you come and let's talk. And he said, I don't want to do voice with you. Let's do something more. And that's how this podcast happened as well. So it was almost like, it was amazing. The universe just conspired to give me. So
otherwise you'd still be there, right? You wouldn't have just...
I wouldn't be doing any of these things. It worked out. It worked out very well.
Yeah. It's exactly the way you asked me, like how did you gather the guts to like just take on something? It's just, some things just work out. And I think sometimes you're forced.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you just say, I'll take the risk.
Yeah. In fact, this is the first time I'm trying anything by myself.
Exactly.
Never done anything.
You're betting on something. And when you put your heart and soul into it, it just has a way of happening.
Tathastu. Aapke muh mein ghee shakkar.
I like ghee and I like shakkar also. So it is great combo.
Amazing.
Just put a little coconut.
Why not? Coastal region, Kundapur.
I represent coconut.
You represent coconut. Best line ever on this podcast. I represent coconut. Best. Okay, just to wrap, if you had to write a postcard to Bangalore, which is home for you for the last 25 years, you found almost all your life here, right? Matlab, first job, first husband.
This is like the many men. What was your
Who
life?
you went through?
Horrible. Such jokes are allowed on radio?
No.
Nice.
Yes, I'm allowing
Only
myself the freedom.
Nice.
Even though this is family channel and all, I still bring all of those radio things here.
Horrible.
So, if you had to write a postcard to Bangalore, what would you say in the postcard?
I actually have a nice poetic version written.
Go for it.
It's on my phone.
You want to read it out?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. Dear Bengaluru, you've been the backdrop to every chapter of my life. From student days to first paychecks. From chasing fitness dreams to building my own space. From vows to lullabies. In your rains, I've found comfort. Not so much. In your bustle, I've found drive. Through every high and every storm, you've been home. There's nowhere else I'd rather write my story.
Thank you so much, Shwe.
Thank you.
And God bless. And more power to you and your tribe.
Thank you. I mean, it was super fun doing this with you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
But my main goal is to now get you back to working out. That's why I'm here, because I know you are not working.
Jai Shri workouts.
See, like you said. No, like you said about